So, version 6.2 is just weeks away from release, and now that we have the confirmed banner lineup, plus that recent nerf to Durin, we really need to ask a very important question. Is he really worth your pulls when you can get the same or maybe even better damage from Mavuika? And in many situations, he just offers worse value compared to Furina. So let's start with Durin. Recently, he got a slight nerf in his supportive mode, and it's not small. We're talking around a 30% decrease in damage. This mainly affects teams with Kinich, Wanderer, Navia, and it even hits overload teams, like Varesa teams or Clorinde teams. Both of these archetypes now actually prefer Mavuika, especially since Mavuika allows for much more flexible rotations, where you can weave in charged attacks to maximize your damage. As a free-to-play player, this decision is even harder because the future banners are absolutely stacked. We're talking about units like Varesa, Zilonin, Mavuika, Columbina, Skirk, and Escoffier. Even White Horse Adeptus, who is also known as the White Adeptus, and Varka are on the horizon. All of these units are expected to drop from version 6.2 to 6.4. And just seeing the current reward system, we are most likely going to get a maximum of 3 units on average from that whole lineup. So is Durin really a top 3 option among all of them? Before analyzing that further,
looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $82 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and way more affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar. Safe, fast, and a much better value.
Now for a quick reminder about the giveaways. Both of the 6480 Genesis Crystals giveaways are still active and will stay open until October 31st. I'll be announcing the winners on November 1st. As always, these are part of the monthly giveaways we do here on the channel, so if you haven't joined yet, make sure you do. All you need to do is be subscribed, watch all the videos, and comment your UID and region. 2 winners will be picked soon, so don't miss your chance. Okay, so let's start with his overload setups. This was supposed to be the most buffed archetype where he'd really shine. But the truth is, Durin is no longer best in slot for Vera, Mavuika, or even Clorinde or Raiden setups. His teams have fallen far below Mavuika's in performance. Now, talking about comparisons to Xiangling, yes, Durin's teams are still better. That's thanks to the energy generation from his skill, his slightly higher personal damage, and the resistance shred. But let's be real, that's nothing to celebrate, because Xiangling is a free, accessible 4-star that almost everyone already owns. Then moving on to Geo teams. His best in-slot Geo teams actually received a massive nerf, but Durin is still the best in slot, performing around 45% better, or realistically, performing pretty similar. Most players will not be perfectly optimizing their rotations, so yes, he's basically the same as Mavuika in Geo setups. This is especially true with the massive ALBEDO buffs, who provides around 30% extra damage bonus on top of Durin's resistance shred. Then we come to Kinich setups, specifically with Emily. In that team, Durin is still slightly better than Mavuika since his resistance shred also benefits Emily. But if you remove Emily and just run Kinich as a solo Dendro DPS, Mavuika outshines him again. So yes, the main takeaway is that they are extremely close in performance. His teams with Anemo units like Xiao and Wanderer are still good, they're fine. But here is the important part. If you are choosing between Furina and Durin for those Xiao or Wanderer teams, Furina is the better pick. The only viable team where Durin clearly has no competition is his overload team with VENTI as the on-field driver alongside KLEE. So the real question is Durin really an upgrade? His buffs are literally half compared to Furina's. The whole reason he was hyped was always his damage as an off-field driver, and that was the exact thing that was directly nerfed in the recent beta. So yes, the reality now is that he is worse or similar in Geo setups with Navia, in Anemo setups with Xiao and Wanderer, and in Overload setups he is around 3 to 5% lower than Mavuika. Even in niche teams, he performs similar to Mavuika. This means he is not going to be a true upgrade to any of these teams. The real upgrade is his monopyro setups with VENTI, Zilonin, and Mavuika, which is shaping up to be one of the strongest teams in the game. And he will also be a huge upgrade in vaporized teams. He is extremely strong compared to Mavuika in vape setups, since nothing changed in his black mode. But is it worth getting him for just 5% extra damage in these very specific teams, especially if you already have Mavuika and even Furina? The answer is no. But if you want to play older units like VENTI, Mona, and KLEE, Durin is the only option, since his kit is made to synergize with them. He is still an extremely good unit. But with units like Zilonin, Mavuika, Skirk, Escoffier, Varka, and Columbina coming soon, it's probably better to save, especially if you already have Mavuika. But yes, he is the second best pyro character, or maybe the third best after Bennett and Mavuika. So if you find that you miss or lack strong pyro units, Durin is absolutely a good option. And seeing his future potential with Varka, Alice, and Nicole, his value might just be broken in the second half. So, yes, keep that in mind while making your decision. I hope this video helped you, and don't forget the giveaway is still active. You can find more info on that in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.